Hello, welcome back to our Catbot Cafe. Excited as always to be here. We have some great things coming up this week, and we have some great guests and also some great things we want to share with you guys. So, welcome back and turn it over to Enkoi.
Thanks so much, Jin. Tonight we have shout outs and in real life experiences, updates on our roadmap, and from Korea, guests from Voice First AI, Daniel. And we have our game night recap. And as always, words of wisdom from our Arc Father. So let's do some Catbotica shout outs, shall we? So the first shout out goes to Polo Goose. Yo, Polo Goose, posted on Discord. Yet another masterpiece. Let's take a look. Ooh, Grand Descending.
That was great.
Grand Descending, sweet. So if you're new to Catbotica, we say Grand Rising for good morning, and now we can say Grand Descending for good night. I'm definitely going to be using this sticker on our Discord. Be sure to check it out as a GIF. Cool. Yeah, I use it all the time. Thanks so much, Polo Goose. Another masterpiece. We also found this fan art from My Kim, another beautiful masterpiece. When you're trying to win Rumble, but you keep getting stabbed by a cucumber. Yeah, I hate when that happens. So we got an awesome Dr. Catbot sketch. Really nice. Thanks so much. Keep that fan art coming, guys. We love it. And it just adds to the culture of Catbotica. Speaking of fan art, we also have this masterpiece from Tiger Lake, just one masterpiece after another. I've been noticing he's been posting these awesome like magazine covers. They're like poster covers. Looks so sick. Every time I see it, I want to share it and like it. Thanks so much, Tiger Lake. Jin, what do you think?
Yeah, he's really been great with just the social media and putting stuff together. It's always great to see what else is there. Our community comes up with every single week. Each time, we always enjoy seeing the fan art, but also just the engagement that we have in the community. Now that we've had an opportunity to meet with them and engage with them and have conversations. So just see how they're now expressing their creativity on their own with the artwork that we started with. That's so rewarding. It's just great to see.
Yeah, Jin, you actually had the opportunity to meet with some of the protectors this past weekend. What was that like?
It was incredible. They are our protectors, and they've really lived into that name entirely. So being able to be there for making sure the community is safe, and also communicating with them and keeping them in the loop as best as they can. This is really our first time that we actually had a gathering for them. And, it's a unique opportunity because most projects they're pretty spread out over cities or countries even. And this particular team based out of Korea, we have a concentration of our community holders in one city. And so just to gather 12, 15 people together and have conversations one-on-one and be able to, not just on Discord. Discord is great. And, it's great for text communications, but nothing replaces just being able to shake someone's hand or look someone in the eye and, check their body language and kind of get the vibe and the energy in the room. And so this was just fantastic to meet them in person. We've met several of them before, some of them we met for the first time. And they've been meeting with each other also on the side as well. So just to see how the community is coming together, it really gives me BAYC vibes from way in the beginning when people were just kind of like feeling each other out and seeing what was going on and realize that this is an incredible group of people. And this is something that is going to be something that will last years, and relationships are really being formed here for the long term. We're seeing exactly that. So it's just awesome. And as you can see here, we had a great meal together. Food is always so important for us, as you can see in our channels as well. I can keep going on because there's so much that we were able to share and talk and express concerns, hearing them out, really taking time. We spent about 4 hours together. So it was great. I'm looking forward to every single time that we can get together. So this upcoming week, we have something very exciting on Saturday coming up soon. So that's also going to be just a fantastic IRL experience. That's one of the things that I think we really keyed in on, is how important IRL is going to be in a digital or virtual space. It makes a huge difference, huge impact. So I can keep going.
I mean, yeah, you met with for 4 hours with the protectors. Then afterwards, he met 2 hours with Will and I and Rawls and Renee. just talking about the meeting, guys. We're taking all your feedback and everything you're saying very seriously. Will, was there anything you took away from that too?
Yeah, and just totally moved by, I think it just really just occurred to me more recently, in just the last 3 weeks, how passionate our community is. Just stuck in production and working hard on all the pipelines and trying to get the roadmap, filled out. You really take for granted how much is actually happening in the community behind the scenes. So whenever we talk to Jin and he tells us about, all these conversations he's having with holders and the protectors specifically in the last 3 weeks, and just some of the changes that they want to see and they were hoping for, and just being able to get our feedback, I could tell was very rewarding for them as well, rewarding for us. So I'm just honestly just so moved that even 1 or 2 people like what we're doing here, and the fact that you have 20, 25 people who are really passionate, with another 200 people showing up for these IRL events. And Jin, I can't remember how many people you said came to the Pangyo event, but like several thousands, right? And people, downloading images from the My Catbot. I mean, that's a dream come true for as a creator. So I'm just so blown away every time I hear about this and I see this. It's just such a blessing.
Yeah, quick note on this as well. As you can see, we're going through a very interesting process here of cultural shifts and transformations. And we are presented a very unique opportunity here because, again, most projects are either one language or kind of based out of one region or one location. Because we have half our holders in Korea and half our holders, spread across U.S., Canada, Europe, and other countries. The cultural differences are pretty, may I say, interesting. So these are the things that I think we're encountering. And, when you come to the NFT space at large, it's like there's a subculture that is there that people coming into the space are totally confused by, to like, what are you people talking about? So I think this is not just it's a social kind of cultural experiment that we're going through right now, with, I think, massive ramifications in the future, because now we are global and NFTs are global. How do people interact and engage, and how you do it in a digital space that will then transfer to a physical space, and then you have the whole phygital experience as well, where you're having that. So there's so many things that are going on the underlying subtext of where we are with the cultural implications of doing this. So it's not just an NFT project, it's not just a JPEG. It's actually, we are having, I think, profound and exploring and discovering some profound cultural implications here, in so many different ways.
Here's the Catbotica universe. We just launched, and here we are in Act 1, the arrival, working our way to 3D replicats. Way of Will, what's cooking in the 3D department?
Oh man, it's going to be exciting, guys. We are very, very close to the finish line in terms of, all the columns we're just filling out, from modeling to unwrapping, topology correction. Virtually all the shaders have been developed and they're looking really, really good. I think a big part of what we're hoping to achieve and deliver to you guys is, taking all the assets that we've created in 3D, looking really, really great, and making sure that when we transfer those over to the GLB format, so that they're within the web player, that they actually carry forward as much fidelity as possible. So it's a big stress for us as artists. We just want to make sure that it looks as good as possible. Koichi and the technical team, of course, are going to try to make sure they preserve as much of that detail as possible, animation, lighting. But the tests are going well, and we should have something to show you guys really soon.
So much 3D team. Jin, do you have any updates on delivery dates of the roadmap?
We soon TM, if you will. We're cranking away with so many different parts of things, and we also have so many different mini projects that we have going on as well. So it's as you can see, when it comes to both the artistic creative side of things, we have things that come up that derail us in some ways, and then also on the tech side when it comes to testing. So that's another way of saying soon TM in a longer version of it. Nothing for today.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it derailed us. It really just propelled us forward. So we just recently finished Pangyo Land, and here's a really cool video we put together of the whole event. Let's take a look.
사실 이렇게 마무리하는 날이 올 거라는 생각은 안 하고 정말 열심히 했었던 것 같은데 막상 이렇게 마무리하고 또 정리하는 시간이 다가오니까 정말 애정이 많이 들어서 자녀를 떠나보낸 것 같은 느낌이 많이 들더라고요. 그래서 대표님하고 정리하면서 많이 울컥하기도 하고 좀 센치해지는 것 같아서 생각보다 되게 더 아쉬운 마음이 더 크게 느껴지는 것 같습니다. 사실 캣보티카 이 캐릭터 자체가 저희가 뭐 누구나 고양이 로봇이라서 귀엽다는 것들은 저희 홀더들이 다 알고 있지만 사실 이렇게 대중이나 이제 어린이들한테 보여주는 건 처음 있는 일이라서 막상 아이들이 보고 또 너무 좋아해주고 또 행복하게 웃어주고 또 그림을 그리면서 집중하는 모습을 볼 때 너무 저희 행복했고 또 너무 기뻤고요. 또 홀더분들이 항상 이렇게 오셔서 저희 팀들한테 응원의 메시지도 주시고 또 항상 커피도 넘쳐나게 주시는 모습을 보고 너무 감동스러웠고 이번 계기로 인해서 저희 한국 커뮤니티가 더 결속력 있고 단단해지는 느낌이 들어서 너무 좋았던 것 같습니다. 사실 이 판교랜드 행사가 이제 뭐 시작이면 시작이고 또 저희가 이제 끝이 아니고 앞으로도 또 크루즈 이벤트도 있고 또 다른 지역에서의 그런 큰 행사들도 아직 남아 있어서 앞으로도 또 더 많은 분들과 또 만날 수 있는 캣보티카가 될 수 있도록 노력할 거고 홀더분들의 항상 이렇게 사랑해 주시고 또 서포트 해 주시는 그런 모습을 볼 때 저희들은 더 힘이 나니까 앞으로도 또 변함없는 그런 사랑과 또 애정 부탁드리겠습니다. 감사합니다. 현대백화점이랑 현대그룹은 사실 저희가 어떻게 보면 이번에 처음 콜라보와 파트너십을 맺어서 진행을 하던 부산이 있었지만 부산은 이제 제가 내려가거나 뭐 이제 해서 진행을 했던 행사가 아니어서 어떻게 보면 이제 판교랜드 행사가 첫 행사라고 볼 수가 있는데 생각보다 정말 저희 캣보티카 팀한테 되게 우호적으로 또 아낌없는 지원을 해주시고 또 서포트를 해주셔서 그런 부분에서 정말 감사드리고 또 앞으로 저희가 현대그룹하고 백화점하고 콜라보레이션을 할 것들이 많이 있는데 앞으로도 좋은 그런 협력 콜라보가 되기를 앞으로 바라고 또 기대가 됩니다. 저희 캐릭터가 저 가능성을 본 거는 사실 NFT 프로젝트이기도 하지만 캐릭터 자체만으로도 정말 많은 사람들한테 인기를 얻을 수 있고 또 사랑을 받을 수 있다라는 가능성을 본 계기가 돼서 NFT 프로젝트대로 진행을 하지만 또 저희 대표님과도 이야기했고 또 파운더들하고 이야기를 한 내용은 앞으로 캣보티카를 IP 캐릭터 산업으로도 더 노력을 하고 또 지원을 해서 그쪽으로 더 많은 성과를 낼 수 있도록 앞으로 노력하도록 하겠습니다.
Yeah, thanks so much for everyone who showed up to Pangyo Land. Tonight on the show, we have a guest from Voice First AI. And tonight on the show, I want to welcome up Dan and Jin. You got the floor, guys.
What's up, Daniel?
Hey, Jin. Hey, guys.
What you guys are working on? So you have a voice generative AI. Tell us some more about your project.
Yeah, so so our company is actually called Lovo. It's been a few years that we've been developing it, but we created this NFT collection called Voice First. And so just to give you an explanation of our background is we used to be a AI speech synthesis company. And so as a startup, we've been kind of butting heads with the market, trying our best to kind of make it, but we pivoted into Web3 about mid last year. And we focused on, how can we create voice technology for Web3? And so we created all these, different voices, and with our background in speech synthesis, we can essentially, our technology allows us to clone voices. So to take people's voices and also to mix and blend these voices to create new voices. And so with these NFTs, we created, let's create voices for the metaverse. And so we created this collection called VoiceVerse. And so it's a collection of 8,888 unique voices. And how it was created We created them using 100 seed voices from voice actors and different voice actors and different people. And how it's done is, we give them a script and they read the script, we take a recording, and then using the data, through machine learning, we teach AI how to mimic the voice. And so with these different AI models, we can mix and blend and create these 8,888 unique voices.
It's so exciting to see the innovations that are being pushed on the technological side of things. I know that you're also recently are delving into different languages, and I think wasn't there some mention of some singing or songs, or I don't know if that's dropping alpha or not, or anything else. What do you guys have on your roadmap that you're really excited for?
Yeah, so the collection that we launched in January was an English voice collection, and with each voice, because the AI learns how to speak in a voice in one single way that includes language. It's an English voice collection, and so right now we're in the process of finishing out a collection for our Korean community, and so that's something very exciting. We're actually partnering up with Metacongs. They're the largest. They're the leaders of the Korean NFT space, and so we're really excited to work with them and launching this Korean voice collection. But we have other more technical releases coming up soon. A lot of people in our community are looking forward to the voice serums, the custom voice serums, and what it does is it'll probably be an airdrop, and once they receive it, they can put either their voice onto an NFT or they can put someone else's voice onto an NFT, and just keep it on chain forever. So that's something very exciting as well.
See what's coming up with the crypto winter where we currently are, or what the future holds, both for voice first. I mean, you personally on NFTs, what are you most excited for?
So definitely with the crypto winter, we're not particularly phased by it. I think the biggest thing is to just, as builders, you just have to continue to build, and just make sure that someday people take note of that. And so we're just focusing really hard on building better products, better platforms, better technology for our holders to use. Our community has been very strong and they've been very supportive. I'm just super excited because we have so much on our roadmap to go through. We recently introduced staking, and we haven't put we have our tokenomics and everything set up already, but we're allowing people to stake and receive exchange credits, and we're targeting early next year, around January, to launch our own coin. And so we're looking forward to make VV coin, so people can use those exchange credits to receive the coin.
We also have a party coming up at NFT NYC. So anyone who's going to be in town, we are going to be throwing a party with Voice First and also a couple other projects that it's going to be a great networking experience. That's really one of the hugest valuable things about NFT NYC in particular. Thanks for taking the time.
Yeah, absolutely. Appreciate it.
I think the one thing I'm excited for during the crypto winter is actually the crypto spring. And until the crypto spring, we'll be working away and partying and singing Catbot, Catboti카, meow. Jin, tell us about that song.
People don't know this about Koichi, but he was actually a lead singer for a pretty awesome band back in the day.
People don't know this about Will Chang, but he was also almost a K-pop star. So,
hey, you know what? Still a possibility. Maybe no, it's not a possibility.
Yeah, I mean, so why don't you tell us about the Catbotica song and dance thing that just came out?
Yeah, so we were, the Catbot song. That's where we initially started. Someone in the community knew someone who was a composer, and we talked with them, and we really liked the work that they were doing. So they created a couple songs for us, super catchy, super addictive. I remember coming back this past trip from the States here to Korea, 14 hours, this song was playing in my head. So it's one of those songs that just keeps playing, which is great. From the song itself, we were introduced to a choreographer who actually created a dance as well for both songs. So you saw that debut, a soft launch on Twitter. We are planning on doing a larger global campaign with that, but those two pieces, I think we're going to have a lot of fun with. And we really hope that the community can really have fun with it as well, help us make it go viral, and just, blow it off, blow top off with both of those really creative artistic pieces, and just, some different forms of expression. One of the things that were really important here for us is creativity and forms of expression. So we recognize that not everyone may be drawing, not everyone may be a writer, not everyone may be, programmer, but there's also dance, there's singing, there's so many different ways we can express. So we're really trying to take this to all different levels of creative expression. So very excited for that.
Yeah, we're going to have so much fun in Catbotica. Speaking of fun, all the way from Germany, 2:45 a.m. The fun never stops there. We got Mickey. Walk us through game night.
Hey, Koichi, thanks for having me. So as usual, after the Catbot Cafe last week, we jumped right into the Discord for some game night antics, and we were able to give out some awesome prizes to our community. So here we've got some of the highlights from last week. First off, Lab Mouse, Angel Noja, and Moon in Life won a month of Discord Nitro. So keep an eye out for the cool GIFs and GIF emotes that they're going to be dropping there. Should be a lot of fun with Discord Nitro. Skywalker was able to win a nice green NV1, so congrats to him. JJ88 won an NV2, so as soon as we release those, he'll get his NV2 prize. And the lucky winner this week was Blockchan. He won Catbot number 494. So that's pretty sweet there. And congrats to all of our jackpot pickers from last week. And if you want a chance to win yourself, keep an eye out for the giveaways in the Discord channel. And also join us right after the show for our game night over in the Discord. So we'll see you there.
Thanks so much, Mickey. And right now I'm seeing Arkfather with a big smile on his face. Arkfather, any thoughts on what we shared tonight?
I've become so proud of the 2,000 members of our community, because if you look at the messages that our society is sending out, it's pretty depressing at all levels. And what offsets it for me and gives me hope and optimism and pride is whenever I'm in discussions about entrepreneurship, I'm in discussions about the future of who these people are so far ahead of the current angel investors that we have in our society. They're so far ahead of understanding entrepreneurship, of succeeding and failing at what they're buying, at learning about the processes of judging, how to judge projects, how to judge people, watching. I have so much pride and hope because of this community. When you look at the rest of the world, there's a lot of things to be depressed about, but offsetting that is our community as one example of many. The other reason I have so much optimism is a trend toward decentralization versus centralization and collaboration versus competition. I think these are really huge forces that are healthy and really needed in our society.
I'm always thinking about the future. I think you're always ahead of your time, Renee. We got a lot coming up in our future as well. And Jin, you want to walk us through some upcoming events?
Yeah, speaking of the future, and thanks always, Renee, just such an incredible future we have ahead of us. And so for our upcoming events, we are still tracking forward with our Hyundai department store collaboration with credit card. They are still going through the process of getting the full approvals on that. So we're just waiting for the final sign off from, I believe it's a regulatory agency that's working on that now. And this week we have our Han River cruise. Very, very excited to have our own, even in that short time frame. So very excited to see all the folks who are going to be able to come out there. We have some special guests coming as well. So we're excited to have some other projects who are going to join us and be able to be there and just really create that kind of vibe and culture. I see that's the big event, marquee event for the year. We are heading over there. We're going to have on the 21st, we do have our joint event as well with a couple projects, and very excited for that because really these opportunities just for networking and be able to meet with the holders and introduce the holders to some of the partners and collaborations we have directly. They can really hear about the projects from the devs themselves. That's one great thing about anything currently happening, is that we're so early in the space that people are able to actually meet with the people actually doing the programming, running the projects, and rub shoulders with some. Now we're just gonna really take this industry through the top. So very excited for that. So if you can join us there, if you're in the area, please join us on the 21st.
Thanks so much, Jen. Our next Catbot Cafe will be held on Friday, June 17th, 7:30 p.m. Eastern. Please like, subscribe, and hit the little bell to receive the notifications every time we drop the new video. And don't forget to follow us on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, just to